You've been wearing mules wrong this whole time. Most people just slip them on and walk out the door without thinking twice. And that's exactly why their feet look off, their posture looks off, and the whole outfit falls flat. Mule heels are one of the most stylish shoes you can own, but there's a specific way your feet need to sit in them, move in them, and show up in them. And nobody talks about this. By the end of this video, you're going to look at mule heels completely differently. Mules are that one style that looks incredibly cool when done right, and incredibly awkward when done wrong. No straps, no back, nothing holding your foot in place except your own grip and the way you carry yourself. That's what makes them so interesting to talk about. The foot becomes part of the shoe's whole look. You can see the arch, the heel, the toes. Everything is on display. So if your feet aren't sitting right or moving right inside those heels, it shows. And today we're going deep on exactly that. Feet in mule high heels. What looks good, what doesn't, and why it matters more than you think. Here's the thing most people don't realize when they first start wearing mule heels. Your foot isn't locked in. With a regular heel, you've got a strap at the ankle, maybe one across the top of the foot, something keeping everything together. With a mule, you've got nothing at the back. Your heel is floating, and because of that, a lot of people end up gripping the shoe with their toes without even noticing it. You've seen it. The toes curling under slightly, like the foot is trying to hold on for dear life. It changes the whole shape of how the foot looks inside the shoe. It creates tension that you can actually see. And it makes even the most beautiful pair of heels look uncomfortable and forced. The irony is that mule heels are supposed to look effortless. That's their whole appeal. The slip-on, slide-off, casual confidence of just stepping into a heel with nothing holding it on but your own stride. When the foot grips and curls, that effortless energy disappears completely. And this isn't about having perfect feet or long toes or a high arch. It's about understanding how your foot interacts with this specific shoe style and making small adjustments that change everything about how the shoe looks on you. So let's talk about what's actually happening when you step into a mule heel. The shoe sits under the front of your foot, the ball and the toes, and the heel of the shoe lifts you up, but your actual heel hangs off the back with nothing behind it. The whole balance of the shoe depends on your foot finding a natural resting position where the weight is distributed forward, toward the ball of the foot, without you actively forcing it there. When that happens naturally, the foot looks long, relaxed, and elegant inside the shoe. The toes are flat or gently extended, not gripping. The arch has a soft, natural curve. The heel of your foot sits just at the edge of the shoe or slightly beyond. And that slight hang-off actually looks intentional. It looks styled. The problem kicks in when someone isn't used to that open back feeling, and their body panics a little subconsciously, and the toes start doing the gripping work. A lot of first-time mule wearers go through this without ever understanding why the shoe doesn't look the way it looks on someone else. They'll buy the exact same pair and think something is wrong with the shoe, or worse, something is wrong with their feet. Neither is true. It's just a matter of getting comfortable with the feeling of an open back and training your foot to stay relaxed. That sounds simple, but it actually takes some awareness. Wearing mules around the house before taking them out helps a lot. Practicing walking on a flat surface, slow and deliberate, lets your foot figure out its natural position without the pressure of being in public. Once your foot finds that resting position, it starts to feel automatic. And once it feels automatic, it looks automatic, which is exactly the energy mule heels are built for. Now here's the part that changes everything. The way your foot looks in a mule heel is directly connected to how you walk in it, not just how you stand. Standing still in a mule, almost anyone can look good. You plant your feet, you find your balance. The shoe sits nicely. The real test is movement. When you take a step in a mule heel, the back of the shoe naturally lifts slightly as your foot rolls forward. That's normal. That's supposed to happen. What should not happen is the foot sliding forward inside the shoe, so that your toes hang over the front edge. That's a fit issue, and it's worth paying attention to when you're buying mules. The shoe needs to be the right length for your foot, not just the right width. When your toes push past the front edge of the shoe, the whole silhouette breaks down. The clean line from the shoe to your foot gets interrupted, and the look goes from polished to messy fast. On the flip side, when the shoe is slightly too long and your toes are sitting too far back from the edge, you lose the visual connection between the foot and the shoe. The look becomes clunky. The sweet spot is when your toes land right at, or just behind the front edge of the insole. That alignment creates a continuous line from the tip of your toes down to the pointed or rounded front of the shoe. And that line is what makes a mule heel look so sharp in photos, in videos, in real life. It's not magic. It's just fit and positioning working together. And once you know to look for it, you can't unsee it. So here's what it all comes down to. Mule heels put your feet on display in a way that most other shoes don't. There's nothing to hide behind. No straps. Number back, no coverage. That's what makes them so visually interesting. And that's also why the way your foot sits in them matters so much. Relaxed toes, no gripping, natural arch, correct fit length. Those are the things that make the difference between a mule heel that looks stunning and one that just looks uncomfortable. It's not about having a certain type of foot. It's about understanding how this specific shoe works and giving your foot the space and comfort to sit in it the right way. The more time you spend in mules, the more natural it feels, and the more natural it feels, the better it looks. Every time. That effortless, confident energy that mule heels are known for isn't something you either have or you don't. It's something you build just by wearing them more and paying attention to how your foot interacts with the shoe. Now you know exactly what to look for, what to fix, and why it matters. Go put on your mules and look down at your feet. You'll see everything we talked about today playing out in real time. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one.